are watching Sportalk with GTZ, General Tata Zonke. Sportalk, the General's View. GTZ.
Shabuzethu kumnandi ugrand nice one asikubingelele mbukeli we podcast lethandwa kakhulu la Mpumalanga Sport Talk with GTZ. You know ukuthi mangabe sikhuluma ngeSport Talk with GTZ sikhuluma about sports basically kule province yethu yaseMpumalanga. That's where we are focusing. So this morning we are coming live at Meridian Karino. The reason why we are here is because Pitso Mosimane Soccer Schools is launching. So kune launch namuhla lela. And then maskuluma ngepitso Mosimane, does it click to you? Yes, we are talking about one of our best coach that come from South Africa, who is doing great things in African continent. So une academy. The academy, it's called the Pitso Mosimane Soccer Schools. Ilonchwa namuhla eKarino eMeridian. So sina sesi Mitchell Badi loyi head of sports development lobuya kuyo Pitso Mosimane Soccer School program. Mama, good morning and welcome to our podcast.
Good morning, GTZ, and thank you so much for having us on your podcast.
You earlier on you were worried about how hot it is here in Bombela. You were like, no, guys.
I was. It is just sweltering. But I'm very grateful that we are here with the air conditioning. But you know what? I think it's a beautiful space. I mean, Nelspruit is gorgeous. So yeah, besides the complaint yokuthi kuyashisa kuhle
na sport.
Kuhle siyabonga nokuthi samgelekile and really we love being here.
You are more than welcome. Speaking about Nelspruit, tell us more about Pitso Mosimane Soccer Schools coming in Mpumalanga. Why did you guys, out of all the 9 provinces, we know it was launched last year in Gauteng. Now Mpumalanga has a privilege. Good see ni Pitso Mosimane Soccer Schools ni Mpumalanga. What's so unique with this province?
Absolutely. So as you said, we did launch in 2023 and we were in Gauteng at Cosmo and in Northern Province, Epulukwane with Northern Academy. And then obviously I think with our pilot project that really went well. And I'm saying went well because the parents gave feedback to Ikuro, which, you know what, they've seen a significant change in their children, a change in terms of growth, a change in terms of discipline levels, and a change in terms of commitment to their books.
Yes.
As a result of the exposure to the program. And I think this was shared with the Ikuro head office. These are the results we are seeing in the children that have been exposed to the program. Sakhuluma again no CEO Mr. Fergus Sampson ngomayesho ke esicela ukuthi please is it possible to roll out into additional schools in Gauteng still. And for us it was really important ukuthi we have the pilot project take off. We are comfortable and happy that we are on firm ground and ihamba kahle before we roll out into too many schools. Sometimes when you grow too fast, it can be a bit challenging. So the first 2 schools really gave us a chance to find our feet, to perfect the program so that masiza kwezinye izikolo sibe seseright, which is what happened this year. We are in additional 10 schools, so says Golunizi 12 this year, which is Northern Province, Epolokwane, which is Mahikeng in the northwest, and then in Gauteng. Now, Karino, the different or the unique situation with Karino is that we had one of the executive heads, Obela, I think it's a year ago or 2 years ago. And he reached out to our managing director, Mamu Moira Tlhagale, to say, please come to my school because I really, really want this program. I have seen the passion for soccer amongst my players, but also he understands the lay of the land.
Yes, obvious.
And absolutely. And he really felt, you know, this program would really not only benefit Abantwana Basekuro, but benefit the community at large. So the start of the second term esikolweni Kuro, Gomasithola a call from the head office to say, we are asking you to please roll out into 2 more schools in Nelspruit and 2 more schools at Cape Town. But in Nelspruit was really special because, you know, it's been a long time coming. As I say, executive head, now he's in Protea, Glen Soweto, has really been asking for over 2 years. And he was actually one of the first people who asked that we come here. So it has been a long time coming. But I also believe that timing is everything. Yes. And we've come at the right time where the program is ready for the children and the children are ready for the program.
So we are talking about a program that we can expect. At least, which month can we expect the program to get started?
Okay, so just to give you a bit of context in terms of the process that follows once a school has been approved. Once the school has been approved and an agreement has been signed, what we then do based on the location, we then start to scout for our coaches. And as you know, Coach Pitso is very, very passionate about youth development, and therefore he also wants appropriately qualified coaches to participate in this program, because obviously they are going to be the ones who are rolling out the program, and therefore he needs to be comfortable. These are people who are capable to really deliver an efficient and an effective program. So once we've done that, siyaba interview alaba coach. Once the interviews take place, say give a week or so, we see the candidates, and then we go back to the successful candidates and tell them that they are appointed. Once those people have been appointed, we then have an induction session, which takes about 4 to 5 days. And a gule induction, we then expose the coaches to actually a curriculum that is going to be rolled out at a school. Okay. So as you know, we've got 2 sections to our work. We have what we call mass participation sessions, where we have an input GUI PE period, and our coaches come with a CAP aligned program. Abantwana laba baya develop physically, so that their motor skills are actually worked on. These children then are able to not only be efficient in soccer, but also any other sporting code that they choose to go into. So this goes hand in hand with the proper age-appropriate development yabantwana, so that at a certain age we know that between 5 and 6, a child must be able to do certain movements, must be able to master certain activities, and then as they grow, obviously what you do is they become a bit more challenging, because now you are testing them to make sure that they are really able to do the things that you expect them to do.
You spoke about coaches. Obviously, this is a big project.
Yes.
You don't just need a fly-by-night coach.
100%.
Nibugebo coach laba nama qualifications lanja.
Bugabo coach abane basically entry level is SAFA D license. And the SAFA D license, you will understand GTZ, it exposes them to grassroots training and what development entails. It also helps them to understand setup wama tournaments and festivals, and how to conduct those and how to actually host those. So we really want our coaches to have that proper foundation in their qualifications. But also important for us is a coach who has worked in the space of development. Experience is very, very key, because obviously sisebenza nabantwana, and coming into a school environment, we need coaches who are cleared, police clearance, because we want to give our parents the comfort that not only are the coaches properly qualified, but that they also create that safe space for abantwana.
You need a parent to trust the coach.
100%.
Because when a coach is working with umdwanako for a good 3 hours, as a parent, you need to relax. And
absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You and not just you as a parent to be relaxed and confident that umntana is safe when GTZ, but also for the child.
Yes.
To have the kind of space that is fun, that motivates them, and it actually encourages them to learn. So that's the kind of environment we want to create for labantwana, because abaqali bonke befuna ukudlala ibhola, but once you create that fun element, you bring that fun element on board, you show them what the possibilities are.
Yes.
You begin to motivate, and you tickle that, that fancy in their head. You go, wow, I would really want to do this. And then the more they're exposed to you, the more they want to spend time to you, and before you know it, you've got children who actually have grown a passion for the sports.
So the program was launched last year. Obviously, there are good and the bad, because it's a qala.
Yes.
So the challenges are mancala so far, whereby you guys as a team, you are not looking, or you can say seswabonile ama challenges laso as a team. We don't want ukuthi masifike eMpumalanga kube nalama challenges leswabone on our previous masicala with the program.
Absolutely. I think one of our biggest problems masiqala this year, when we launched into the bigger number, manje, into the 12 schools, what did we do? 12
schools.
We are now in 12 schools.
How many kids?
We have we have children, almost 17,000.
17,000.
Almost 17,000 children who have access to the program.
Wow.
Through Ikuro Meridian and Ikuro Academies. So, Masiqala, what we did was, as I said to you, normally what we do when we come into an area, we identified coaches who come from the local and the surrounding community.
Yes.
So that, they have ease of movement between the sites. So what we did this year, we actually paid our coaches. So our coaches ebesebenza Protea also doubled up a Savannah City, because we thought, it would be efficient. Similarly in Pretoria, we have 4 schools. So Abase Pretoria Academy, Bebese the Blyde, Abase Soshanguve, Babese Mamelodi. So we actually realized that was a bit challenging for the coaches to get and to move between the two sides.
Yes.
So, and it was really, I think, for us, very good to actually have an opportunity, because obviously before you actually physically do something, you won't realize what the challenges are until you roll out.
True.
So on paper, it looked like something that would work for us, and it made sense. But we realized increasingly as time went on that it does become a bit of a challenge for the coaches to get between the locations. And now moving into the additional 6 schools, which is Ikuro Karino, Mbombela, Cape Town Pinehurst, and Cape Town Sandown, Wilgehevel in Johannesburg, and Northwest Rustenburg. We've actually, we had to sit down and rearrange how we get the coaches on site on time. So manje, what we are doing is the coaches are not going to be shared between the sites.
Okay.
The coaches are going to be stationed at each site for the 5 days of the week. So there's no movement between our sites, which actually became a bit of a thing. And as you know, when you are rolling out a program like this, especially because we are also part of the academic part of the school,
yes,
which is the PE, you expect our coaches to be on site very early. Some of the schools, we need the coaches to be there by 7 o'clock. And if they are moving between schools, it does become a bit challenging. So now we really know, we are confident that it's going to be efficient, and enable our coaches to really be there on time, set up for the sessions, get themselves ready for the sessions, and really have that professional approach to the program.
Sis Michelle, we do have our coaches. Obviously, yesterday you were busy with our interviews.
Correct.
And
oh, absolutely.
Here in Mpumalanga, here in Mbombela specifically.
Most definitely GTZ. We've seen some excellent coaches, and you know what? We really look forward to them coming on board and becoming part of this journey with us. But more importantly, you know, as people, we've realized that they have a passion.
Yes.
With soccer, they have a passion with development, and it's often so good to have people like that, because you know they don't need any motivation. And for us being based in Johannesburg, which is a bit far from here, it is important that we have those people who are self-driven, who are motivated, who understand why we are here, and don't need to be monitored 100.
It brings me to my next question. You are based in Joburg. The office is based in Joburg.
Correct.
Here in Mbombela, you are looking at coaches labato busy with the little ones.
Correct.
Obviously, maybe the under 17 and 19s. So in terms of admin, are you guys looking for at least 1 or 2 people who will do the admin, or the school is tasked to do the admin?
So let me explain to you what structure sethu sime kanjani.
Yes, please.
GTZ. So we at PMSS we have the head of development, Coach Carlo. Ngaphansi Coach Carlo, working with him, we have our administrators. So our administrators wethu I4. So these 4 administrators work with the different Kuro schools based on e-location yabo. And then and Coach Carlo as head of academy, and the administrators are office based. On site we have what we call a coach coordinator. The coach coordinator is that person who is going to be the one who's going to make sure that administratively everything is being done correctly. They're going to make sure that in terms of advising the school is being entered into the correct leagues, in terms of competition and tournaments. We are operating at the right level, because obviously we also want to keep testing our players, they are indeed developing at the rate that they should be developing at. So coach coordinator is that head on each site who makes sure that everything is running properly administratively. He is often working with, from the Cura side, a person called the Cura champion.
Okay.
So Cura champion becomes a counterpart, a coordinator yetu. They have look ahead meetings which talk to what needs to be happening the next week, which talks to the skill of the week, which talks to the session that's going to be rolled out.
Yes.
Absolutely. So that each time we go into a week, everybody's comfortable.
So the one who's dealing with the coach will be busy with our plannings.
Correct, yes.
Distribution to the different coaches in Mpumalanga, Gauteng. This is what we are doing.
Yes.
In September.
Correct.
Then
yes.
October, this is what we are doing.
100%.
Wow.
Yes.
As khulume ngemali, ma'am. The reason why let's say imali, it is because you have partnership with Curo Academy. So njengami nemntwana la eCuro, and then does I pay an extra cash mangabe umntwana nami udlala noma uparticipate under the Pitso Mosimane soccer schools?
So in terms of how eCuro structures fee payment yabantwana,
yes.
I think Mr. Mazibuko will talk a bit more about that, but definitely there is some kind of value add that gets brought by the program, and I think as a result the school does somehow factor it into our school fees. But I think, as I say, executive head will probably be able to unpack it a bit more and tell you how that is packaged.
Nice. Thank you so much. You spoke about the ladies, the female. Yes. Obviously, Seattle now they are dominating. Banyana is doing great. Yes. There is a Hollywood Bed. The Sundowns ladies is doing great. TS Galaxy ladies is doing great. And the list goes on.
Absolutely.
Mhlambe lo munye lobukela le podcast utocabanga ngekuthi hayi Pitso Mosimane because coach webantu besilisa the males, maybe the Pitso Mosimane soccer schools is focusing on the male on the male children around cure. So tell us more. Abosesi abantwana bemantombazane abafana injani le program when it comes there?
The program Lena is open to both boys and girls. Coach Pitso is very passionate about the participation, the girl child.
Yes.
But in the same breath, he is also very passionate about upskilling, empowering, and including female coaches kule program.
Okay.
So lady coaches who have a SAFD license, who have experience in working with grassroots development teams are very welcome to be part of this. And also we have seen that Ganingi, as you say, historically we've always moved from the premise yokuthi ibhola lidlalwa abantwana babafana.
Yes.
But now we encourage girls to come on board, but it is even more encouraging and motivating when these little girls see a female coach, for instance, who is doing well, who is part of the coaching team, and they feel comfortable. Abaninye bayasaba ukuthi ngizokhuluma nobani manje, ngathi they're all male coaches, but we definitely encourage and have some good female coaches at Johannesburg currently. Yesterday we did interview a female coach from this region, and hopefully she'll become part of the team. But as I say, no, absolutely, lady coaches are very welcome. Girls are definitely. Coach normally says he wants to see, obviously because it's development and we're starting with that under 6. Ufuna ukubona le group yama under 6, both boys and girls, in the next 10 years or so, being part of the Banyana and Bafana contingent, 80% of them.
Nenda kanjani sis Michelle mangabe coach sekaqashiwe in this program, ngibonile kuma applications bebakubuta ukuthi uyasebenza, you employed and not so nenda kanjani ufika nini coach? Ufika after school? The program yena njani iqala ku trainer after school or ekseni he or she need to be a Meridian full-time basis? Okay.
Abo Coachy, we have informed them that this is a full-time job. And it starts from 7 kuqedwa ngo-4, and I'm saying 4, I'm just using those times broadly because normally a typical day for a coach osebenza eCuro starts ngo-7 because a program yabo kaningi PE starts 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So we expect the coaches to be on site at least 45 minutes before the time because they're required obviously to set up, ready themselves for the session, make sure ukuthi konke ku right in terms of equipment that they're going to be using for that particular site, so that abantwana mabengena mabefika belethwa utishara from class.
Yes.
It doesn't eat into contact time, your program, that they get the full 45 minutes or 60 or 30 minutes, that has been allocated by the school. So Abo Coach will work with mass participation, which is APE, from Exeni between 7 and I think sometimes kuphela about 12, 12:30, maybe in a short break, and then after school from 1:30, 2 o'clock, they then kick in with extramural activity, which is the football aspect, where they have those teams that they're working with, teams which they will have obviously had trials with, to pick those players who are then going to be in those teams, and then between 2:30 and 3:30 or 4 o'clock, the training program starts.
Your message to our parents who are watching this podcast and they are thinking Gabili, uyaqabanga kumletha umntwana eCuro, maybe la kadlala khona, la kafunza khona, ikhona le activity yesoka uyadlala, uyambona ukuthi cha likusasa likhona kulomntwana, but lenhluke ngako the difference between lekungamenda ukuthi athi no, I'm taking my boy to Kuro, I'm taking umntwana wami wentombatana to Kuro because I watch a Sport Talk with GTZ and Sis Michelle, she mentioned something that's unique with Kuro.
I think the difference with us is that, we are working with a world-renowned coach who's really passionate about development. And I would like to share with you that coach is currently working on a youth development coaching manual. Now, from this coaching manual, coach has fed into a program zabo coaches that they're going to be working with on development jomdwan.
Yes.
So we have a well-structured, professional, and well-thought-out curriculum that we are going to be rolling out with Abantwana Basekuro. It is age appropriate. It makes sure that coach wants three things to be present when he develops Mdwan. Correct facilities, which we have at Kuro.
Yes.
Correctly qualified coaches,
yes,
which we make every effort to make available to the Kuro learners, and lastly, a well-structured and well thought out curriculum, which is something that he's working on. In fact, it will be rolled out as of the beginning of the year, come 2025.
The induction of the coaches, one of your colleagues down there, when we were busy with the media briefing, he mentioned about all these coaches from the different provinces. They will be taken to an induction.
Yes, correct.
How important is that?
It's extremely important. In fact, all our coaches have to go through an induction because, number one, what it does, it actually gives them an understanding of what, at a high level, the program looks like.
Yes, yes.
And similarly, on the other hand, our academy, our head of development is also able to see in terms of ability, our coaches, and that they are really understanding what it takes to be able to roll this out as effectively and efficiently as we want it to be. So they get access to that. There is the theory part of program yetu, of curriculum yetu,
yes,
and then there's the practical part, which happens in that week. We also take our coaches through a course with a company called Womaka, which is Women and Men Against Child Abuse.
Oh,
and this
good.
is also to add on to giving our parents a comfort. Our coaches have been put through a course that gives them an understanding of what the expectation is when it comes to dealing with children. They need to know how to socialize themselves around abantwana. They need to understand, how to create those healthy boundaries.
Yes.
Uguti, kids must feel safe. Parents must know that a coach, when they're busy abantwana, they are an extension of the parent. They are an extension of the school, and therefore have created that safe space. They say it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes.
And our coaches become part of that village that is helping in that holistic approach in the development of this child.
Another province they need target because there is Gauteng. Now we are starting this program next year in Mpumalanga. Is it Cape Town next, or Cape Town? Have you already started?
Cape Town is next. It's next year, Nabo. They're starting together with Karino named Bombela next year in February. So is Northwest Rustenburg. I think the only other provinces Essinge Koguzo is probably Eastern Cape and KZN.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah. I think because it's Kone Limpopo, Wamanje is Kona Nase Northwest one school, there will be an additional Rustenburg.
In a former category, Sis Michelle,
yes,
17 and 19, I've forgotten the 3. You are looking at how many coaches, 4, or it's going to be a coach and an assistant, or it's only a coach?
It's only a coach, Ogwamanje. In fact, what we are doing is we are focusing more on the developing side. So
yes,
it's on the younger age groups. So from under 7 upwards. So La eskolweni, I think we're probably going to have an under 9, an under 11, an under 13, no under 15.
Yes.
And similarly, Nase Mbombela. Yes, so we are going to have 4 coaches. And because a coach is going to be working with an age group,
yes,
we are really confident that they're going to manage. We have seen it, as I say, with when we started the pilot project.
Yes.
We have seen it with rolling out into the additional 10 schools. And one of the important things we try to stick to is a ratio 1 to 20 children, one coach to 20 children, to enable him or coach also to have that personal touch with the players themselves,
yes,
and for the players to feel confident that they are seen and that development jabo is happening the way it needs to be happening.
If ngikhumbula kahle, last year after the launch Pitso Mosimane soccer schools, I think it was after 2 months then kwaba a school tournament, and then the Pitso Mosimane was included there. I remember very well. I think it was in Joburg.
Oh yes, the under 15.
The under 15.
The under 15. Yeah, technical director Safa yes, ngiyakhumbula, yes.
Yes, that tournament, Pitso Mosimane was the technical director, Mr. Steenbeck.
Yes, Walter Steenbeck. Correct. Yes.
So can we see such here in Mbombela where Kuro will be more involved in terms of, I'm talking now, venturing at the school tournaments, whereby we can see the Pitso Mosimane Academy, Pitso Mosimane soccer schools participating in such that has to do with school activities.
Most definitely. One of the things that we are doing, and we were discussing it, Nama Coach Izolo Laba Besikulma Nabuguma interview, is
yes,
that because Tina Asiko in this space, we need people who understand what is currently happening at grassroots level and on the ground in terms of the local football association, in terms of the school leagues, and how we can position ourselves as Kuro and PMSS to enable us to give access to our teams, to those platforms, yes, that are going to see them competing at the correct level. And ultimately, we want to see not only a provincial success, or regional, provincial success, we want them ultimately to feed into the national teams,
yes,
when the time comes, obviously. So yes, we are definitely looking at having those tournaments, and we'll be speaking to the people on the ground who will be guiding us and helping us obviously gain access to those platforms. Before
Sis Michelle, your last words. Obviously, Kuro, it's huge. I think there is no province langana Kuro. I don't think in South Africa there is no province. Yes. Every province there is Kuro. Every province there is Kuro. So, all in all, the Pitso Mosimane soccer schools will grow. Yes. You are targeting a province where there is Kuro, there must be a Pitso Mosimane. Am I right? You are quite correct. Your message? My message is thank you to Kuro for this opportunity. And I think for me, it's come at the right time. Yes. Where Coach Pitso is ready to really feed back and give back to this nation the best way he knows how. And the best way to know how he knows how is to make sure that its development happens at the correct time, because tomorrow he wants to see those children who have been exposed to his program really become part of that Banyana yes, or Bafana contingent. But I also want to say that my message is that Coach Pitso is not only passionate about the football aspect, he is equally passionate about academic progress and academic growth. He wants all the learners, all the players to really take both aspects of their development, being physical and academically,
together, both seriously.
Yes.
They are both really part and parcel of what will enable them tomorrow to become those leaders and those players of tomorrow. So together with Kuro, who are turning learners to leaders, we say we are creating the player of tomorrow. And what better way to do it than to really develop abantwana holistically, academically as well as physically, so that ultimately, wherever you place them in the world, they're going to be successful. And we say they're not all going to be professional soccer players, but there are other career opportunities around the sports industry that will actually become an avenue for them to pursue.
So
as
we both know coach udlala busy with schedule sakhe. So kwendakalani if he's back in South Africa? Does he get time to come to this Kuro and then the kids, they are seeing the legend?
Oh, absolutely. Most definitely. We really prioritize coaches' time with the children.
Yes.
Because it's important, for them to put a face to the name and to see the living legend, to look at him and to say, I one day want to be where this gentleman is.
Yes.
And therefore, we feel access to him is very important. We've done it this year, Guma Festival with Kuro, Guma soccer matches with Kuro, Guma Open Day with Kuro, where he was able to go out and in some instances at my festival, not only see the children, but also see the parents.
Sis Michelle, thank you so much for taking time to allow our viewers, Ababugela Sport Talk with GTZ, to understand the vision behind of Coach Pitso Mosimane Soccer Schools. I think now it's clear, everyone will understand. Kutsatsa umntwanami from kumkhipha lesinye isikole kumletha iCure, it will benefit my child, because abo coach labatobe basebenza nalomntwana, they are well qualified, they understand their job, they understand what not to do and what to do. Definitely. We really appreciate. Thank you so much, and let the program begin.
Thank you so much, GTZ. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for sending the message out there to parents. We really are looking forward to being in this province and all other provinces, and we are looking forward to a wonderful and a successful 2025.
You are more than welcome.
Thank you.
Danko. Once again, asikubingelele, and good afternoon, and thank you so much kulabo labavele benda. Sure, you just went down and subscribe. It's free, ne? Yeah, it's free. Subscribe, it's free. So today, as we say, Meridian Karino. The reason why we are here, it's simple. It is because at the Pitso Mosimane Soccer School, it launched today. It launched a Karino. It started yesterday, Mbombela, and then today is a Karino. So next to me is the executive head at Meridian Karino, Mr. Ray Masibugo. He knows every details about the school and every details about why the Pitso Mosimane School Tournament is being launched today. Mr. Masibugo, welcome on the podcast.
Thank you, Mr. Jide. I'm really grateful to be part of this podcast. I'm looking forward to enjoy it with you.
You are excited?
I am more than excited, especially because of this PMSS program.
Take us through the talks behind the scenes. Why did they choose Meridian Karino and Mbombela?
Look, bro, at Meridian Karino, we not only offer quality education, but we couple it with sport. We are known of producing excellent matric results, but look, some of our kids can make it in life through sport. So we have brought with us a PMSS school, which is Pitso Mosimane Soccer School.
Yes.
And Coach Pitso is a well-known person, well-known coach in Africa and abroad. So we felt as a school, if we partner with Pitso Mosimane, who has been partnering with Kuro for some time, we will be giving our learners an opportunity to excel in soccer.
we are talking about Meridian, we are excelling. Academic, you are doing well. Structural, you are doing well. I'm not saying this because my kids ufunzala Meridian, but we know Meridian is doing great. So in terms of sports, before the Pitso Mosimane school came to Meridian, beninguphi ni Meridian engage mawungagage nje ukuthi in terms of schools beniguphi nge sports?
Look, definitely I would say on average we're above 50% in terms of sports participation, heading towards 60-70. But let me say this: we have basketball. We're doing well in basketball here at Meridian Karino.
Oh, nice.
We have netball here. We have soccer here. Coming of Pitso is just going to equip our learners more. We have volleyball in our school. We are excelling in chess. We have school band. We have music. We also participating in cultural activities. So when it comes to sport, we are excelling, and we wanna do more. In one of our goals, our strategic goals is 100% sports participation from our learners. So this program is in line with our strategic goal, which is excellent results and excellent sports participation from our learners.
I'm going back to the question I've asked you on radio. I think it was Wednesday. What will the school benefit in this program?
Look, the school will benefit in a form that our learners are getting exposed. This is an extra, it's an added benefit for our learners. I always believe that the school is for the community. It is built in the community, and it is about the community. So if you bring your child to Meridian Karino, you are giving him or her this extra benefit of participating in this great program, Coach Pitso Mosimane. So as a school, we are going to get more learners, obviously, because people want to come and be part of this program. And unfortunately, or fortunately for some people, Meridian Karino is going to be hosting this as a school. So for any learner around to benefit, they have to be part of our school. And also remember, sport also fosters and encourages discipline from the learners. So you will find that our learners are well behaved, they are well disciplined because of sport, which is what is this going to encourage.
Ukuluma ngenamba yebantwana, obviously labantu aba interested in this program, because we all know Pitso Mosimane. We all know he's one of the best South African coaches that we ever produced, and he's still showing us flames. He's going African. He's doing everything that he can do. So nina ngaki bantwana nyalo leniba expect next year ukuthi babe in part and parcel of this program?
We are expecting 966 learners to be part of this program. Remember, it starts from grade R to grade 12. So all the learners that are within the school campus, they're going to be given an opportunity to participate. But our capacity as a school is up to 1,050. So that means we can still enroll a couple of learners who want to be part of this program.
It brings me to my next question. Earlier on, ngikhulumena sis Mitchell Badi, lo head of sports development project lovela ku Pitso Mosimane soccer schools. Is there any extra fee that the parents should pay if umnwanabo uparticipate kudlala ibhola, or it's obliged ukuthi wonke umntwana lo bhadale 10 rand eMeridian, he or she must get an opportunity to play?
It's exactly the latter one. That is part of the school fees. So whoever is paid the school fees is going to be part of this program. They are not going to pay an extra money for this program. We have an extracurricular fee that is included in our school fees. So that allows every learner within the premises to benefit from this program.
Do you have enough space supporting? Because I'm asking this question based on maybe abantwana batosuka kubobova, abantwana batosuka kubongomas. They know how big is this project, the partnership that Meridian and Pitso Mosimane has signed. do you have enough space, Mr. Mazibuko? I'm scared. I'm not sure if you understand where I'm coming from. I'm scared of the numbers that you're gonna receive after this project.
Yeah, you know, that is why in English they say the early bird catches the fattest worm. Sitting isiZulu walala wasala.
Yes.
Now, because we have limited space in our boarding establishment,
yes,
we have 235 spaces for learners. We are already having learners that have already enrolled with us, but before the end of the year, we know exactly how many spaces do we have. But it usually gets full because remember I said earlier on, because of the quality of education that we produce here and quality results, it just gets full. Now, this is going to be an added benefit. It's going to make things even much easier and tougher for those that still wants to come in. So if people want to enroll with us, they may as well come as soon as now and check if we have space in the boarding.
Is it open?
It's still open. We will never close until we don't have space. But for day scholars, we have ample space there.
Okay.
So they can come. Local people, they can come.
As Kulume, I'm not sure how to put it, but I will try because I've got experience on radio. It don't see it. Kuvame kuba nebantwana that are good in sports, and in some instance, kuba mhlambe kuthi esikolweni when kufuna bhatale 10 rand because he is good and she is good. Tholakala ukuthi mhlambe sobhadala lokuncane kwembijana ngoba ugood. Is there any cases lesitoyibona in this academy with the partnership of Meridian where we'll see umntwana akhula ayodlala provincial schools aye national because of this academy? What's going to happen? Is there any
ngifuna uphinde kahle lo mbuzo ngoba ngifuna ukuphendula kahle, angifuni ukungangamela.
yithi nguthathe ngeSiswati wena utabe usuphendula ngesiZulu.
Yes.
Scholarship isikhona na?
Okay. Ukuro ama Meridians and Academies kune scholarship esibizwa ngokuthi uRuta Sichaba. Kune department eUruta Sichaba that offers ama scholarships to abantwana who are doing well academically.
Oh, okay.
Now ukuze athole that scholarship kufanele abe enza kahle academically, especially ku English na ku maths, they must achieve 65% and above. Okay. So lo mntwana loyo usethubeni elihle lokuthi eze lesikolweni uma eku grade 8, that is grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, and kufanele abenza kahle kanjalo. But uma ngabe good futhi ku sports kuyamsita kakhulu lokho ngoba kumnikeza amathuba amaningi kunalo ogood kuphela academically, but kufanele kuba wenza kahle emsebenzini wakho wesikole, then bese ke kuyabukeka kanjalo. Bakhona abantwana esinabo la esikolweni. We have for example about 30 learners abakhona abangene through a scholarship through uRuta Sichaba.
Yes.
So ikhona that assistance abangayithola uma bexhumana nemarketer yethu la esikolweni uMiss Nkosi. Inamba zakhe ngizozimemezela uma sesiqeda.
Ngiyabonga Mr. Mazibuko. Loud and clear. Usis Michel ukhuluma ngokuthi bo coach batawusebenza la esikolweni from ekseni up until afternoon. Kude la kutawuthiwa coach akekho khona. So fill me in. I'm a bit lost. Fill me in ukuthi how kutowende kanjani because academic bantwana mabafika ekseni bayathandaza, assemble, bangena first period English, second period maths, short break ya 10 minutes. Le time kusafundza thina nyalo sekunema short break, thina bekune break lay1. So fill me in. Iyosebenza njani? Is there any time whereby bantwana bawuphuma eclassini bayi groundini baphinza babuyele bangena eclassini? Fill me in there.
Ngiyabonga mfowethu. Ubuhle bale program ibo lokho ukuthi o coach bethu number 1 bazoba khona ngomsombuluko kuze kube uLwesihlanu. Isikhathi sesikolo siqala kuzobe isikhathi sesikolo siphuma. Khumbula ukuthi kunama programs ayithu la. Kukhona i-extracurricular program labo bezobe coacha khona isoccer after school makube nama mesh badlale nezingane kanjalo kwisoccer, but between leso sikhathi nesikhathi sekuseni kukhona PE program that is part of the curriculum bazobe belekelela lapho ukuze ba develop abantwana ama skills, psychomotor skills and all that, so bazoba ingxenye ye PE program.
Okay, what's PE?
Kusho phela abantwana bezivocavoca khona uyakhumula sisakhula ezikolweni sasiphuma kuthiwa iperiod ye physical education uma siyojima siyojikela izinto
ngilabo coach batofika khona
bazofika babenzise naloko because baqeqeshiwe kuloko banolwazi olunzulu, but no teacher bazobe bekhona isikhathi esiboza iclass neclass mali no coach lizobe linothisha ofundisa labantwana because abantwana ba relate kangcono nothisha bayamazi, so they always feel safe uma ngabe kukhona uthisha wabo and feel ease, but coach bazobe khona belekelela.
Okay, asesithi ngingumtali umntwana nami kuleso sikolo lafunza kuso awuthi ngibekise ngesikolo lesingeke singisuke ngoba ngafunza khona ngabendela lokuhle elikazi Central. Asesithi nginemntwana elikazi Central ugudi ngebhola mara academic akasigudi kangaka, ngiyamletha yini Meridian ngumbuto nje ugood like uyatiwa ukuthi lo mntwana lo uyakwati ukudlala ibhola academic akasikahle, iyakhona yini Meridian kumthatha bese iyamlekelela ukuthi abalances both academic and sports angathi noma uyangivisisa
nguva kahle lakithi. You know the reason why we excel academically, it's because of that. La Meridian Karino asisona isikolo esi-selecta kuphela abantwana benza kahle. If bekunjalo ngabe asiyenzi justice, but abantwana bafika la abanye besezingeni eliphansi, but ngenxa yothisha uhlobo lothisha sinabo qualified specialist, caring, loving, which is our values as a Kuro is to be passionate about what we're doing, caring and making sure that we excel. Othisha bakwazi ukuthi babasusa abantwana ku level ethile babe ku level ethile, kunama extra classes, kuna extra tuition, sometimes umntwana uyakwazi ukubona uthisha ngebreak, abona uthisha after school ngekhadi ethile just ukuthi bamsize, so lo mntwana loyo can still benefit as long as ezokwazi ukuthi abe ingxenye yesikolo aziphathe kahle operate bamkelekile kakhulu.
Sibuke umshado lo yohlala isikhathi esingakanani, nishade umshado lo wesikhathi esingakanani nePitso Mosimane Soccer Schools?
Yabona mfowethu angikhulume ngiqinisekisa ukuthi as long as sisathandana sisaphethene kahle
mayithululu
wami usakwazi ukunikeza lento esavumelana ngayo masiqala, nami ngikunikeza lokho esavumelana ngako masiqala, sizoqhubeka mfowethu kuyoze kuyovalwa.
iMeridian uyathi noma ulele bangakuvusa bakubude ngeMeridian academic nako konke, kunemntali lobukela le podcast usephulukwane ufuna umntwana wakhe ato joina the Pitso Mosimane School Soccer School partnership neMeridian and Cure, mthatha Mr Mazibonga emehlo engqondo thengisa iMeridian nama camera.
This is one of the best schools in the province called Meridian Karino. Othisha bala banothando, istaff esebenza la sinothando, sinama boarding school la yabantu babafana namantombazana badla kamnandi kitchen. Isports siyasithanda siyasikhulisa, it's one of our strategic goals. I-environment isikolo mawungena amagceke mahle usibonele nawo amagceke mahle, kuyakhomba kunezimbali kunezihlahla kuclean, uyabona ukuthi ngingena esikolweni la kunempilo khona. But more than anything we are the safest institution. Uma ungena la umntana akhumletha la yazi ukuthi usafe, uyakhululeka umntana ekhaya, uhlala ekhaya ukhululeke because umntana akho sendaweni esafe usezandleni ezifudumele kothisha bala kwi-staff sala kunoma ngabe ubani osebenza la ekhaya. So this is one of the best.
Mabangakukhuphula eMeridian angathi bathi bakudlela mona, mabangakukhuphula from the executive. Today I see you going there with this podcast, you are there now.
Ngiyabo angiboni ukuthi ngavuma ukuhamba la, yazi ukuthi every day mangivuka ekseni ngivuka ngijabulile ngisemsebenzini because kunabantu abanothando kunengane ezihloniphayo ingane zethu they are well behaved ziyahlonipha zinothando zawuthanda umsebenzi wabo istaff siyawuthanda umsebenzi wabo siyahloniphana siyathandana so this is the place I want to be every morning.
Icala nini le program
iyaqala ngonyaka ozayo maqala uJanuary ziyasuka baba
makuvula ikolo
makuvula ikolo za register senza yonke into February basema groundini kuyadlalwa kuyenziwa yonke into kuyoze kuphela unyaka
so vele within calendar yesikolo.
It is within the school calendar. It is part of the school curriculum, school extracurricular activities. Uma ungene nje la eMeridian unako konke at once.
All right, Mr. Mazibuko, thank you so much for kusivumela si podcast kuthi sibe ingcenye yale launch yanamuhla lekhuluna kangaka nekuthi umlaleli losekhaya abe nale vision yekuthi iMeridian ipartnership ne Pitso Mosimane Soccer Schools because iMeridian kuko konke iyakhona ukubalansisa akusiki ukuthi bantwana sebatodlala ibhola kuphela bese emabhukwini sebasalela ngemuva kuyawuhambisana konke lokho sibonga lesikhathi losinikete sona nekusiphatha kahle esikolweni
ngiyabonga kakhulu mangivale ngokuthi iMeridian Karino is the school that is built in the community. It is about the community and it is for the community. Ngiyabonga.
Yes, besikhuluma ke executive head at Meridian Karino Mr. Ray Mazibuko njengaloku ke besila eKarino mbukeli bekune Pitso Mosimane Soccer School ilaunchiwe ngalokusemthethweni elangeni lanamuhla 25th of October 2025 iyaqala next year makuvula tikolo next year iyaqala we are looking at 4 coach a good qualified coaches labatosita abantu babethu lesibaletha la eMeridian Karino naseCuro eMbombela so mangabubukela le podcast ungaphothisa maseko you know what to do as you know what to do njengemdala thatha umntwana thathe sikhwama faka ehlombe uye Karino danke siyabonga subscribe njalo GTZ yancanywa waya I'm out god bless you danko.
You are watching Sportalk with GTZ, General Tata Zonke. Sportalk, the General's View. GTZ.